Hello, and thanks for joining me today for another crafting video. Today we are working with the Doodlebug Design 6x6 paper pad titled Lots of Love. This is an older collection from 2021, but I'm sure like many of you have a big stash to work through, and that's what we've been trying to do, is use up some of the items that are in our stash and turn this cute paper pad into some cards. So this paper pad is designed for Valentine's Day, but you can probably use it for a lot of other things as well. So I'll show you the patterns that are in here. There is 24 double-sided sheets. And this is a look at what is contained in this one. There's this cloud pattern, a bunch of colorful hearts, X's and O's. There's lots of florals, some tone-on-tone patterns, some more hearts, notebook sheets, some floating male hearts. Those are cute. A plaid tone-on-tone. Some polka dots. There's this pattern. You can see these have already been cut up, which again will show you the process of some of the cards we made. But some stripes there, additional floral, tone-on-tone pink hearts, a number of icon pattern, tone-on-tone X and O in blue, hearts, stripes, some more floral. This one, before it was cut up, was a number of different strips. And then there's this rainbow pattern. There's also two other sheets that were in the cardstock pack. One was this sheet of cut apart tags, which we will show at the end of the video what we did with this sheet. And then our real focus for today is the final sheet that was in the card kit, which is this 12 cut aparts, and we use these as the focal point of the cards that we're going to make today. So we're going to show you the process of the cards and how we've made them. And really for two reasons. We are making these cards to sell in our shop, but we're making them not only as pre-made, and they can be purchased pre-made, but we're also making them as a DIY, a do-it-yourself kit. So anyone who purchases that kit can then come to this video to see exactly how we put it together if they want to do it that same way, and for the instructional purposes. So let's go ahead and get started. So I am a big user of sketches that I use to get inspiration from in making the card. This is the sketch that I used to make the card that we're gonna go through today. This is an OWH, Operation Right Home sketch number 256. So that will be at the end what inspired the look of our card today. It's not followed exactly, but it's close. It was an inspiration. All right, so we're going to get started. We're going to use these cute little clouds, and I had already previously cut apart those 12 icon items, and I'm going to use this one, which says, "You make me happy when skies are gray." So I love that saying. It was always a song that I sang to my son, so I like that one. All right, so let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and make this first card. I do have my half of my 8.5 by 11 cardstock piece, which I'm just going to fold in half here to make my card base. And then have that ready when it's time. I'm going to cut my background paper first. And my background paper is, again, taking an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper and cutting in half. I know I'm doing this off camera, and in half again. And I actually take an extra 1/8 of an inch off of each of those sides so that I have a border that will go, a white border that will be around the entirety of the card. So that'll be my first layer. And then I'm going to take these cute little clouds and I'm going to cut this piece down. I'm going to cut this down to 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. That's my 4 inches by 5 1/4, and I'm left with this strip, which I'm going to actually use to decorate the inside of the card. So we are going to keep that handy as well. And then for this little piece right here, I am going to cut some more of this blue background paper just so it has a base to sit on. And those pieces are 1.5 by 2. So I'm cutting that background piece with just an extra 1/4 of an inch so that it has some blue surrounding the entirety of it. And finally, I'm going to bring in some glitter paper because no card is complete for me without a little bit of glitter. And I'm going to cut a 1 by 4 inch strip that's going to be used to decorate my card. And there's that. And again, remembering my OWH sketch here as inspiration, let's go ahead and put this together. So I'm going to start with my cardstock base. I'm going to add some adhesive to the back of this cloud pattern. Now, as you see, these cards, pieces of paper are double-sided. So if you do happen to get our DIY kit, you would be able to use the back side if you wanted to in making your cards. You don't have to make them the way that, we send them and recommend them, but you absolutely could turn them around. So I adhered the pattern paper to the solid, and I'm going to go ahead and adhere this cut apart to its base. There's that. All right, and then I'm going to take this glitter strip, put some adhesive on the back of that, and I'm going to give about an inch or so of pattern paper at the bottom, and then apply my glitter strip across. Working with pattern paper like this, it's really easy to make sure that your strips are straight because you can kind of see how it goes across your pattern. Next, I'm going to go ahead and adhere my cut apart. When I put the cut apart down over the glitter, it's going to go right about here. Because this glitter is pretty thick, it does create a little bump. So I do like to add some cardstock to the back of that piece so that it sits level. So I'm just going to cut off some scrap paper that I have here and add a bit to the top. And then I will add more adhesive and then just adhere that right like that. And that really is how easy that card is to complete. Again, not exactly the same as our template, but used as inspiration. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this over. I'm going to add glue to the back of this and adhere this to my card base, leaving that 1/8 of an inch white border around the entirety of the card. And this little strip that was left over, I'm going to go ahead and add to the inside of our card as a decorative strip. And there you have it. That is the way that we chose to use these 12 cut aparts. We can show you the rest of those cards that we've created. So this is the one we just made together. There's this, stay tuned for an important message. Sending you all my love. Just a note to say I love you. You bring color to my world. Sending my love. Hello. Hello, love bug. And thanks a bunch. So as you can see, these don't all have to be used for Valentine's Day. Some of them are more geared towards the holiday, but the thanks, the hello can be used really for everyday sentiments. All right. We're going to do one more card together. It's really going to be the same pattern, but if you do purchase the DIY kit, what you're going to receive in your kit is everything you need to make 4 cards. If you open it up, all of the pieces are already cut for you. So you'll just have to pull those out and then watch this video to see how to assemble, how it's recommended to assemble. And all you'll need is adhesive. And then you have your own handmade cards. So we'll make this one together again. again, it's the same as the one we just did, but this is what you would receive. This is how it would look if you'd got our DIY kit. So this one, we have our solid piece of background paper. We have our pattern paper, which again, double-sided. So if you choose to use the floral side, great. If you wanted to use the other side, which is a tone-on-tone with the icon image, you could do that as well. I'm going to add some adhesive here. Add it to our cardstock base. I'm a big fan of layering. I think just having that cardstock stick out a little bit around the edges really adds something to our cards. So I do add a lot of layers. This cut apart was a You're Terrific, kind of cute with the little boba tea. So we're going to add that to its solid cardstock layer. Our glitter strip again, going to go right across that bottom section. I use my craft mat here as a little guide. Doesn't have to be exact or perfect. You could put it anywhere you want. If you wanted it more in the middle or more on the top, that would be okay too. But I added that glitter strip, and then I'm going to find that cardstock scrap again and just cut off a little piece to... Now, we didn't include these little scrap pieces, but I'm sure if you are a crafter in any way, you have some scrap laying around, and you don't have to add this piece either. I just like it to be a little bit more even because that glitter strip is pretty thick. So we add that scrap on the back, add some adhesive. May also want to think about putting glue on here, not just adhesive, because it is sticking to glitter. Glitter paper sometimes is harder for the adhesive to stick to. My adhesive seems to hold okay, so I'm fine with not doing that. Go ahead and adhere that, and then just adhere the entire panel to your card base that is already pre-folded for you. And then we do include that inside strip as well, just to begin to decorate that inside. And we leave a little border and adhere that to the bottom. And that's it. That card is fully completed. So again, we are selling these pre-made cards in our shop. We are also selling the sets of cards, DIY kits. So feel free to go over to our Facebook page and take a look at those. And if you're interested in any of those, send us a message. A couple of things. We showed this page at the beginning. I want to show you what I did with those, and if you order with us, we will include some of these as a free gift to you. We cut each of those tags out, added some twine to them just to make them cute little gift tags. With Valentine's Day coming up, it would go great on, a little bouquet or a box of chocolates, or if they're getting you crafty items, that would be fabulous. But anything that you can add some little tags. So we just added twine, like I said, to each of these. So we'll include some of those with any orders that come through. So that's what we did with the tags. Now, you might be wondering what we're going to do with all of the scraps, because as we cut down that 6x6 piece of paper, we have these 2x6 strips that remain. We will be using these. We leave no piece of scrap unused, so we will find a way to use up these scraps, and maybe that'll be the next video to show as to what we did with the remaining pieces of this cardstock paper. So hope you enjoyed our video today. Again, if you're interested in either any of these pre-made cards that we have or ordering the kits to make these cards yourself, go ahead and check out our Facebook shop and you will find them all there. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining. Happy crafting.